It happened once upon a winter time. The air was cool and clear. The tall pine forests were not yet blanketed in white, and it was on this country estate that a certain teenager would spend his Christmas holiday. He was 18 years old, uncomfortably straddling the abyss, the one that separates boyhood from manhood. He had not been doing well in school, although those frustrations would soon be set aside. Mother was in the house, and he and his cousins and younger brother were playing outdoors. Their game was called Fox and Rabbit. He, the 18-year-old, as the eldest and fastest, would play the rabbit. The youngsters had been hunting him for 20 minutes or so. To avoid capture, he ran through the woods heading for the old bridge. Now, this bridge was a rustic, rugged structure some 50 yards long. It crossed a deep, dry ravine. The boy was halfway across and completely out of breath when he heard his young pursuers approaching from either side. He, the rabbit in their game, was trapped. Looking over the bridge rail, he could see that the tops of young fir trees were growing in the ravine. Perhaps he could leap onto one of those trees and slide down it like a fireman's pole. Surely the branches would break his fall. So judging the distance to the nearest treetop, he climbed over the rail, spread his arms wide, and jumped. But the boy had miscalculated. Merely brushing the outer branches, he fell 29 feet to the hard ravine bottom, where he hit hard and lay unconscious. He had been seriously injured. What had begun as a child's game now threatened to end in tragedy. Mother was alerted, and her son, still unconscious, was carefully lifted from the ravine and carried to his bed, attended by the finest available specialists. He would remain unconscious for 3 days, and even as he awakened, his troubles were only beginning. Among his many injuries, one kidney was ruptured. An operation would be required at once, and after that, many months of recuperation and confinement to his bed. His convalescence would take most of an entire year. When he was fit to travel, his parents brought him to London, and it was there, in London, that the boy's directionless life found its course. Restricted from vigorous activity, he now found the time to study, ultimately passing the school examinations, the same ones he had twice failed before. He also found time to visit Parliament, and with each parliamentary session he observed, he became more and more interested in politics. Once aimless and uninspired, he was now turned on, and for the rest of his life, he would stay that way. He graduated from Sandhurst, the Royal Military College, 20th in his class of 130. At 20 years old, he joined the cavalry. He served abroad, had distinguished himself as a soldier and a journalist. You see, his 18th Christmas holiday might have been his last. But instead, after the fall from that bridge, after 3 days unconscious, a year of convalescing or cocooning, he metamorphosed into becoming Winston Churchill. This remarkable tale of Winston Churchill holds powerful lessons for all of us, those striving for achievement and impact. Here's what we can learn from Churchill's pivotal moment. First, a fall can be a turning point. Sometimes your greatest setback is your divine setup. Churchill's fall off that bridge could have ended his story. Instead, it started it. So for all of us, what feels like a fall today might be the foundation for your rise tomorrow. Ask yourself, what fall in my life is trying to wake me up? Second, forced stillness creates space for clarity. A year confined to a bed would devastate most people, but Churchill used it to read, to study, to think. That stillness rerouted his entire life. Sometimes we need to just be stopped in order to finally see. Maybe that delay that you're cursing is your divine pause for realignment, for redirection, and for deeper reflection. And then third, pain is the price of reinvention. The boy before the fall was drifting. The man after the fall had direction. His pain created purpose. His suffering gave him substance. Reinvention often requires rupture. You want to evolve? Then let life crack the shell of who you were so that the person you're meant to become can emerge. So take out your Darren Daily Journal and answer these questions. Number one, where have you fallen, and what could that fall be teaching you? Number 2, what's one area of stillness that you've been resisting? And 3, where are you coasting that requires a wake-up call? Share your insights in the comments below, because somebody else might be waiting for your story to inspire their comeback.